Great. Thank you, Susan. And thank you, all of you, for attending. Today's topic is the Internet of Behaviors. And a little background on this, my job as chief scientist and also subject matter expert on software estimating and software technologies in general. So part of my job is keeping on top of what's happening in the world with respect to software. And I happened upon this concept that's been touted by Gartner, and I'll talk about that in a couple slides, for a couple years, about the Internet of Behaviors. And there's sort of a little scary, ethereal aspect to it, but it's pretty interesting. And I delved into it, and I just learned a lot of interesting stuff about sort of the background of Internet of Behaviors and where it potentially could go. And I thought it would be a great topic to talk about in this venue. So we'll do an introduction. I'll talk a little bit more about what Gartner says about it, give some definitional information of what the Internet of Behaviors is, and then I'm going to sort of delve into some history, because it turns out that the notion of data mining behavior started back in 2012 with a philosophy professor, and he had some pretty interesting ideas about it. And it's sort of a merging of interesting philosophical idea with actual business applications. And obviously there's a lot of gray area in there, and I'm not here to talk about the gray area so much, but I understand its importance. But it's just interesting how this particular professor, and then blossoming from that, businesses have embraced this idea of how we can use technology in ways that 20 years ago we didn't think about using technology. I'll talk a little bit about what's behind, what enables the Internet of Behaviors, both what technologies exist today and what technologies are existing but emergent. Talk about some of the use cases for Internet of Behavior, and then we'll wrap up. So in 2019, Gartner, at their IT Symposium Expo, talked about how technology is contemplating the human condition. So this is 2019, the end of 2019. And Gartner has been following this Internet of Behaviors since, probably before then, but certainly since then. So technology is really changing the notion of what it means to be human. This is coming from Gartner. It's likely that everyone living in modern society is going to be exposed to some sort of Internet of Behavior model that's going to sort of meld the cultural and legal norms. And interesting prediction at this conference, so this is 2019, by 2023, individual activities will be tracked digitally by an Internet of Behavior to influence the benefit and service eligibility for more than 40% of people worldwide. So that's 3 billion people will be in some way influenced and technically gain value from an Internet of Behavior. And as I said earlier, there's obviously gray areas here. As much as this has the potential for bringing value, there's a scary aspect of it as well. But I'm here to talk about the technology and the benefit the benefit potential. So in the end of 2020, Gartner published their top strategic technology trends for 2021. And you can see there at the top of the list is this Internet of Behaviors. And they stratified the different technology trends by those that are people-centric, such as the Internet of Behaviors, because they recognize that people are central to all businesses. The growing trend towards location independence, a trend that was certainly put into rapid motion by current pandemic conditions, but lots and lots, not everyone is working from home, but lots and lots of us who didn't work from home a year ago are working from home, and working from home successfully. And there's technologies that have benefited from the fact that more and more people, location has become less and less important. And excuse me, the fact that organizations do need to remain agile and be able to pivot and adapt, which, 2020 has taught us all that pivoting and adapting is how businesses thrive. But back to the Internet of Behaviors, the real reason that businesses thrive is that people are central to businesses, because businesses depend on people to do the work that's important to the business, but businesses also depend on people to buy their products and services. So what exactly is the Internet of Behaviors? So I like this quote. This came from the gentleman, Mr. Plummer, that I referenced earlier. The Internet of Behavior collects the digital dust of people's lives from a variety of sources, and public and private organizations can use this information to influence behavior. So the Internet of Behavior takes information that's collected through the Internet of Things, and I'll talk a little bit more about that when I talk about enabling technologies. It takes this information and moves it to a new level. It's not just the collection of data, but it's the collection and analysis of data that makes it possible for businesses to influence buying behavior, influence the direction that their products take based on the behaviors that the users of those products exhibit. So Internet of Behaviors is obviously something, if you go on Facebook, if you use any sort of digital or social media applications, then it's quite likely that you are bombarded with ads about things that are very similar to something that you have purchased in the past, or something that you've talked to people on social media about purchasing. And that's sort of one confluence of the Internet of Behaviors. People like Facebook and Amazon and Netflix follow your buying or watching, or just in general your discourse, the behavior exhibited by your discourse, and use that to try to influence future directions. I bought my son a chair for Christmas for his apartment from Raymore and Flanagan. This is not a commercial for Raymore and Flanagan. It's just they deliver, and they had the chair he wanted. But I constantly, when I go on Facebook, get ads from Raymore and Flanagan with pictures of the couch that goes with the chair that I purchased. So, we already see instances of this, but what I'm here to talk about isn't the fact that Facebook knows that I bought a chair, but it's the fact that there's technology behind the fact that Facebook knows that I bought a chair that can have.
Hi there, hope you enjoyed that last clip. My name is Michael Maludis, and if you'd like to watch the full 60 minutes of that last webcast, while also gaining complete unlimited access to our entire library of IT learning, simply visit our subscribe page at greatpro.org/subscribe. Unlimited annual access is $199 per year, but if you use the coupon code LEARN2EARN, you can drop that membership fee to just $149. That's less than $13 per month for unlimited access to over 1,000 hours of on-demand career development, covering the entire spectrum of IT management best practices, including business analysis and requirements, software development, quality and testing, risk management, process improvement, project management, and even digital transformation. But your membership doesn't just give you unlimited access to our vast learning library. You also get free access to our mobile app, as well as direct access to our network of over 300 of the world's leading IT consultants, all of whom are dedicated to putting practical knowledge at your fingertips so that you can learn more and earn more. I hope you will join me in becoming a member of the Great IT Professional and advancing your career with us. And if you're on YouTube, don't forget to hit that subscribe button above so that you get notified whenever we publish new free webcasts each week of the year. Thank you for your time, and best wishes for your continued success.